Our headlines today. The UK's next Prime Minister. The final two candidates in the Conservative leadership race, Liz Truss and Rishi Sunak, begin to set out their pitches to win over party members.
As temperatures cool, families across the UK begin to deal with losing their homes in heatwave wildfires.
Good morning. Did this week's heatwave add to the growing problem of food waste? After fridges failed in the hot temperatures, pictures emerged of empty shelves. Why did it all have to be thrown away? I'll be finding out.
Coming together, the widows of Roy Castle and James Brokenshire joined forces to call for national lung cancer screening.
Look at this morning's front pages right now. Pennies dropped is the headline in the Metro. The former favourite to become PM, Penny Mordaunt, loses out on the final two by 8 votes. The Eye reports that Liz Truss is now the new favourite to become Prime Minister, with the Foreign Secretary ahead in polls of Conservative Party members. In the Mail, Liz Truss vows to hold an emergency budget to cut taxes and stand up to those who talk down, in her words, our country, history and values. Advantage Truss in the race to be PM. That's the headline in the Telegraph, as Rishi Sunak writes in the paper that he respects his opponent and recognises the need for tax cuts. But the Times leads on suggestions from the former Chancellor that the Conservatives will lose power unless he is elected. Pick me or lose power, the headline. The Guardian says the Tory party is braced for a blue-on-blue dogfight as the 6 weeks of hustings kicks off. The Mirror says it's out of the lying man and into the dire. Farewell Boris, reads the Daily Express after he made a parting shot at Rishi Sunak in his last Prime Minister's questions. The Sun, meanwhile, leads on the funeral for so-called bowel babe Dame Deborah James. The headline, "Love and Miss You Forever." And the Star reports one Netflix boss is predicting mainstream TV will be dead in a decade, with the headline, "It's good night from me and good night from him."
And all of them leading on that Conservative leadership race. The Telegraph, let's start there. Carrying a picture of the final two candidates, Rishi Sunak, Liz Truss. The paper says the advantage is with Ms Truss as the final stages begin, with recent polls suggesting party members favour her over Mr Sunak.
Now, The Guardian's headline says the coming weeks look set to be a blue-on-blue dogfight. It reveals private cabinet discussions during the first two televised debates and says both campaigns admit they expect a summer of difficult headlines for the candidates.
In the Times, they're reporting that Mr Sunak has told Tory members that they should vote for him or risk losing power. It quotes the former Chancellor saying he believes he is the only candidate who can beat Labour. Also reports his team believe he needs to gain momentum if he's to win the contest.